Record. So I will record today's meeting. So okay. So just a minute. Let me camera. So you can now see me. Hi guys. My name is Nijat. Nijat Kuliyev. So we're Azerbaijani Canadian company focusing on study abroad services, and obviously we have Azerbaijani and international students for whom we offer study abroad, study counseling, enrollment services, and we support students with application services. Okay, so first of all, let's start with you. So I've just introduced myself, and I would like to know you guys. So if you can speak, so if your microphones are working, please introduce yourself shortly. Like Risha, could you please introduce yourself? Okay, let's start with
Hi.
yeah, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Arisha Abel from Pakistan.
Nice to meet you, Risha.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So Najiba, I think. Yeah. Could you please introduce yourself?
Now,
Hello.
what are you saying?
Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Arisha Abel from Pakistan.
No. I mean Najiba, the other person. So I heard you, Risha. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Najiba.
Hello, I'm Najibah from Afghanistan, and I live in Pakistan as a refugee, and I born in Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a refugee card.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Honor 7A. Could you please introduce yourself? Probably some
Hello?
problem. Hello. Honor 7A profile. Yeah.
So please say the name.
Hamza Khan. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I live in Pakistan. I have done my intermediate from Ked College Pitaro with A grade, and I want to further continue my studies in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And G doesn't open the microphone. So, okay, guys, if you have problems with the microphone or if you don't hear me, message to the box, so the chat box here. I will read it and I will answer to your questions. Okay, I will make sure that all questions are answered. First of all, I will show the presentation about studying Canada, and then I will answer your questions and talk about our services. So for study abroad in Canada, this meeting is recorded and it will be shown on YouTube. We will send you the YouTube link of this recording as well. So let's start with the presentation. Okay, so first of all, we will today talk about studying Canada, but remember one thing, that we focus not only on Canada, we offer services for US, European, Asian universities, top universities, and let's say different universities. Just this year, we got over 100 acceptance letters from US, Canadian, and European universities, and we got different scholarships, full-time, full scholarships, partial scholarships, and others for our students. And it is, yes, scholarships are challenging, but it's quite possible to get some scholarships. But today we will focus on Canada because for many students from Pakistan, Azerbaijan, and other similar countries, it is quite lucrative to study in Canada, and let's see why it's good to study in Canada. So, first of all, in order to go to Canada, you know that there are different ways. Like you can go via touristic visa, you can go through the immigration process, like express entry, in order to get the permanent residence, like to study and live in Canada, and work as well. And you can study in Canada, you can have a work permit in Canada, but the easiest way to migrate to Canada right now is to study. And let's see what are the benefits of studying in Canada. And okay, so first of all, it is high quality education. Obviously, Canadian universities are in top 20, 30, and they are in top 100. So they are over 10 universities in top 100, and there are so many universities in top 500 universities. And in general, even if we forget about rankings, education in Canada is of high quality because Canadian institutions and universities require very high qualifications from teachers, and teachers are very experienced professionals. Secondly, healthcare system and general life in Canada are good. Yes, there may be some problems with healthcare and so on, as it is in many countries, but healthcare system in general in Canada is top. Immigrant friendly country. Yes, Canada is immigrant friendly country. And this is very, very, very important when you migrate to a new country. The crime rate in Canada is very low. Sorry. Uh, is very low, and that is why it is very, very good. For example, if you compare the level of crime, let's say in Canada and Europe, you will see the difference, especially in big cities like Toronto and so on. And easy immigration and work opportunities. Yes, for those who study, we will talk about it a bit later. For those who study, it is quite possible to obtain a work permit to work part-time, and after education, people can apply for the work permit, post-graduation work permit. But this is available only for designated institutions, and we will know them. And international environment. Obviously, Canada, as it's an immigrant-friendly country, this is an international environment, a very rich international environment, actually. And you know that here there are very big communities for Pakistani people from your country, and that's why it means that you will be supported by people of your country. It's very good. Next, let's talk about types of education that are generally attractive for people in your country and in general. So it is college education. Well, college education is quite popular in Canada, and many people get this college education for 2 years. And after some time, after 2 years or after the first year of college, they go to university. The reason why people choose colleges is that the number of students in each class is small and smaller compared with university classes. So that's why some people go to colleges, and then after a year or two, they switch to universities it is quite common. In Canada, educational system is very flexible. You can even, let's say, apply to one institution or apply to one program, and during your studies, you can easily change to another program. In many universities, it's quite eligible and easy to do. Diploma chances are low. What do you mean by diploma chances? Because if you complete your studies, you get your diploma. Obviously, education in Canada is not easy. Yes, I will talk about this moment as well. I will talk about the reasons why visas get rejected. And this is the same for Azerbaijan, for Pakistan, for other nationalities, and so on. We'll talk about it in the we'll talk about this point. So we know that there is university education, like obviously language courses and certification courses. Obviously, for visa purposes, the only available options are college and university education. So these are very, very, very important. Now, next turn to the main point regarding Canada. So people want to come to Canada not just because they want to study, but also because they want to work and live here. This country is very attractive. This country is regulated by strict laws and regulations. That's why it's very attractive for immigrants. And most importantly, this country, the main language in this country is English. And as you know, in Pakistan, English is the second language, so after Urdu. So the post-graduation work permit. After you complete your study, you have 6 months to apply for the work permit. Obviously, during your studies, you can legally work part-time, up to 20 hours a week. Sometimes some provinces give extra time, like Ontario did this for some time, till December 2023. Some provinces offer their own rules. As you know, Canada is a federal country, and there are many provinces and territories. So each states and put some extra laws or extra regulations. For example, in Quebec, there are a bit different regulations, but in general, the system is more or less the same in all provinces. So you can apply for PGWP after you complete your studies. It means that you can obtain a work permit, and work permit is the way to get the permanent residence in Canada, which is the way to citizenship afterwards. So, and the other benefit of work permit and study permits are that these times will also be counted for your citizenship. This is very good. But I will talk about this if you are interested, like about the citizenship in Canada. But let me tell about the one important point before I turn to scholarships in Canada. Well, there are many students who think that they can apply to any college they want, any university they want. They will get admitted, they will get their visas, and then they will get their work permit. No, no, and no. There is a one very, very, very important rule that that is also the reason why many people get rejected from visa. In Canada, there are public, governmental, and private colleges. Many private colleges, they have the license to teach, but they don't have any license or regulation to offer to let students who graduated from them obtain a work permit afterwards. And many colleges are almost many private colleges are new, and when visa officers review documents, they may feel suspicious regarding this college, especially when people from the countries like Pakistan, Azerbaijan, Bangladesh, and other countries who actually want to immigrate come to them. That is why it is very, very, very important to follow one important rule. Choose colleges from designated institutions list. This is the first reason in order not to get a rejection from visa. Now, let's talk about the other aspect. This is about scholarships before I turn to our services. In Canada, there are different ways to get a scholarship. Obviously, many people rely on their own budgets while getting a scholarship. But let's say you have a strong background, your GPA is very high, your if you have some IELTS score or Duolingo score, TOEFL score, like English language certification, very high. Yeah, you have good certifications, professional certifications like ACCA. You have very good chances of getting some discounts or scholarships from different designated institutions. But the main point is that you need to apply on time. Like if you, for example, right now apply for the September intake, the chances that you get scholarships are not very high because right now many colleges and universities have already chosen the good, let's say, students, and they have the scholarship budget. Let's say they have a scholarship budget of 30,000 or 40,000, and they have already offered most of this amount. And for the September intake, it is highly unlikely to get a scholarship right now, but it's not completely impossible. There are different scholarships, merit-based scholarships, like academic merit scholarships, like you have very good scores, your overall background is very strong. If you also have a good, let's say, background, and you can prove that your, let's say, family income is not very high, you can get a, let's say, you can get some discounts. Some universities offer some discounts based on your family records or like financial statement, financial situation of your family, but not many. In general, this is given according to your overall background, motivation letter, and so on, your interest in education, and so on. Also, colleges and universities may offer part-time jobs, especially universities. And this can help you cover your educational costs. So what do we do? First of all, when we have a student who wants to apply with us, we discuss with them the possible opportunities. Like we get to know him or her, obviously, their information about family and so on, incomes. And after that, we choose colleges and universities that may offer some scholarships or part-time jobs. This is very, very important. Okay. So secondly, uh, we need to identify one important point, that there are not only part-time jobs, but also research jobs. For example, if you completed your master's degree in Pakistan, you can apply for PhD. Sometimes you can even apply to joint degree programs in Canada, even if you have the bachelor's degree. But you need to take the proper bachelor's degree, like 4 years. I know that in Pakistan, you have 2 years of bachelor's, 3 years of bachelor's. Preferably, it's preferable that you have 4 years of bachelor's. And this is very important to show that you studied with very good grades, because PhD is quite demanding. And you know that you need to engage in research and so on. If you get a PhD offer, it's very easy, because you can easily obtain some scholarships, you can obtain a job, you can find new job opportunities and so on. Now, let's talk about our services, and I will explain one by one, and I will cover the visa process. now. So as I said, we first of all, we have the consultancy, one-on-one consultancy. We review documents. We help prepare for English exams. One moment here. As I know, in Pakistan, someone has drawn something. I think, yeah. Yeah, let me. Yeah, my apologies. Okay. So in Pakistan, you study in English, and you obviously know English language very well, most of you. But some universities may still require some English certifications like IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo. Obviously, you know that the price of IELTS exam is very high, and we don't offer students if you have financial issues. IELTS and TOEFL are very expensive, but there is the Duolingo exam that is cheaper. It's like $50. Or if we do research on this, if universities require accept university exams, we are happy to help them with this too. So we prepare them for help them prepare for the university exams, help them pass the university exams if they have uh, some, let's say, opportunities. Oh, there are so many universities that are still open, but the problem is with visa. So you need to get the acceptance letter. For example, Seneca, Humber, many of them are still open. So for September intake. Yeah, as I said, Seneca, St. George College, the College of, in the Ontario area. So there are many good colleges. Humber College, for example. They are very good colleges, the ones that I mentioned. So they are still open, so you can apply for some September intake, depending on the program type, obviously, because some programs are still open for, let's say, design, but for finance, they are closed, for example. Okay, so, and we do research. Humber, not it's Humber. So no, it depends on the program. And if you do research on programs, so you can find them. Or St. Clair's College, for example, it's available in different programs. And even if the university is writing that they are, they close the application, you can message them and ask them, is it possible for them to accept late applications? Because some universities may have some free spots, for example. Okay, we help students with English exams. We help fully with the application process, so we manage it ourselves. Then we help with the enrollment process, because it's not only like the application process, it's the whole enrollment process. So after you get accepted to the college, university, so the enrollment process, finding your accommodation, paying your tuition fees if you have any, or discussing your scholarship opportunities, applying for jobs. So all of them include enrollment process. And visa support. You know that in Canada, study abroad consultants are generally not allowed to apply for visa support, like apply for visas, but they can navigate and support, explain the processes and so on. So in general, our Azerbaijani company can help, our Azerbaijan branch can help with the visa support as well. Now, let's talk about the reasons why visas get rejected. First of all, the main reason why visas get rejected is that people apply for universities late. For example, right now it's the end of May, you apply for university, let's say you get an acceptance. The chances that you can get a visa right now are lower now if you, or compared with, let's say, March. But now you can apply for January intake, let's say, which is also available for in Canada, or April intake, let's say. Secondly, applying for non-designated colleges, new private colleges, or colleges the reputation of which is still unknown. Like there are so many colleges I don't want to name because I can harm their reputations, but we do our research on each college, make sure that they are in the list of designated colleges for work permit in the future, so that a student can get a work permit after they graduate. And third, we make sure that this college has a good reputation with the Canadian government. For example, I can show you the one example. Let's say Azerbaijanis that get accepted to Niagara College, let's say get rejected. I don't know the exact reason, but in general, it's like this trend during the last days. But it doesn't mean that this college is bad. No, just maybe some bad cases happened, like during the visa application of the other students. And the same may be applied for Pakistani students. So there may be the cases when all or many Pakistani students apply for the same college, get the acceptance, and obviously this may cause some suspicious thoughts in the visa officers. It's quite obvious. That's why it is very important to show that your purpose is to study. This is the main point that you need to show in your application. And the next point about visa rejection, you need to show your ties with your home country, so that it is visible that you want to study only in Canada. You know, obviously, the Canadian legislation is so good in terms of study permits, so they offer many good opportunities for those who study in Canada, like working or working after graduation. Like immigration policies are very, let's say, good, very affordable to apply, and this. But still, with this, you need to show that while you apply for study permit, you have your close ties with your country, with your home country. And how can it be done? It can be done in several ways. By showing your property, by showing your high level of income, by showing the bank statement with good amounts like that show that you have some financial resources, by showing that you have an employment waiting for you, an employment letter showing that this guy or this girl will be offered a remote job, and after the graduation from studies in Canada, they will show that let's say they will come back, they will let's say they will work for us. This is great. This is great. This is a great way. And there are also many other different ways, to strengthen your visa application. Also, one more thing. Sometimes you can get rejected. It's not frequent, but sometimes a student may get rejected with good documents, with everything good, or with a good degree. It is very important not to lose your motivation, recheck documents, and apply again. And I will tell you one thing. Many people ignore the visa letter. They ignore it. I don't know why, but they ignore it. And this is very bad. Visa letters are very important, like explanation letters. Why do you want to go to Canada? What are your purpose of studying in Canada? Why can't you study this degree in Pakistan, in your home country, and so on? So it's very important to show this. And the next point is to show in the visa letter what you plan to do after you graduate, and after you graduate, what step by step explain it. So of course we help students with visa letters. Obviously, we give them navigation advice. We help them with with support. We help with all of these processes, or we help separately with one part of the process, and in others we can just consult, or we can take the whole process ourselves. So it's up to us. And let me tell you, regarding the consultant fee, we will now show this. So By the way, about our success rate, about our acceptance letters to Canadian and different universities, you can follow our Instagram pages. It's IELTS Nijat and Academ Star. IELTS Nijat is for Canadian students. Academ Star is for global students, and Academ Star is for local Azerbaijani students. So we provide education abroad years for around 10 years. So we have been doing this for around 10 years. We have offered education abroad services for around 1,000 students. So they are 1,000 students. They are local, international students, and so on. 70% of our students get full or partial scholarships, which is a very good score, a very good percentage. We do our best to get discounts for students, find them a job, or get some scholarships for them. We got over 100 admissions for top 20 universities. You know how hard it is to get to top 20 universities, and we got for masters, for PhD, for bachelors, and our visa success rate is 95%, which is very good. So now I will just let you know about our consultancy fees. So first of all, we offer free consultancy for students from Pakistan in the first process in order to get to know them and know whether we can help the student or not. This is very important. Secondly, we offer different packages, and the pricing of these packages is affordable and can be paid in several installments. Packages, the price for packages start from $300 to $700, and we decide on how many steps will be taken, whether you will apply or whether you will only apply for universities. For example, you don't need research, you only need application, and you want to do visa process yourself, or do you need visa process, and so on. So our pricing packages are 300 to 700. Obviously, we also offer some discounts for students from low-income families, and we obviously allow students to pay several installments, and in several installments. And also, we don't get the full amount. We get the one part of the amount for our services, and the other part of the amount we get only when a student gets a visa. It is very important, because even if you get, let's say, get your visa, you get your admission, everything is fine, you get scholarship, but if you don't get a visa, how can you study and what is the result? No, but we do our best to get the visa for every student. So thanks to God, till now we didn't have a rejection, or we actually had one rejection, but after the second application we got the visa, and the reason for the rejection was very simple. The application system gave the automatic rejections for everyone at that time, and it was explained to us in the letter, and we reapplied, and we got a visa in a very short time. So we, let's say, are quite professional in this field, so we know how to do this. Regarding our contacts, actually you got contacts. So this is our Azerbaijan office number, this is our Canadian office number, and this is our study abroad email. So you can contact us wherever you want. And know that we will reply to you within several hours, because obviously there may be time differences between Canadian and Pakistani times, and or Azerbaijan and Pakistan times. So we will do, we will do our best to manage consultancy times according to the Pakistan's time. So and those who are interested can contact us by using these numbers. And actually, I think most of you were joining this, let's say, consultancy, the webinar, via the WhatsApp number. So you can write to us via WhatsApp, and we will provide you one-on-one consultancy, face-to-face consultancy. It will be virtual, in WhatsApp call, maybe in Zoom call, doesn't matter. So in the format that is suitable for you. Now, regarding questions, I would be more than happy to answer all questions that you have till the end. We have around 10 minutes, so please, do you have questions? I actually answered questions that were in the chat box, but still, if you have questions, we'll be happy to assist you. You can write questions, or you can open your microphone and ask. Ali, Hamza, Najiba, Sadia, and Vivo, do you have questions? Okay, so as I see, there are no questions for now. This meeting has been recorded. Hamza, you can contact us via our WhatsApp number. So both of these numbers have WhatsApp, so you can contact us or write to our email as you wish.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, I have no documents of Pakistani. I have just citizen card. So is there any needed special documents for a scholarship there?
Well, no, doesn't matter. Actually, if you have educational documents from your home country, let's say you live in Pakistan, but you studied in, yeah, the only thing that you will need is to, first of all, legalize them, and the process of legalization or apostille. So depending on your home country, because some countries do legalization, some countries do apostille, and so on. Then translate them into English. But there is one point that I need to tell you beforehand. Some institutions require that you submit your transcripts to the Canadian company, WES, World Educational Services, or CES. So what do? They check your transcripts. They check whether you are eligible. So whether your bachelor's degree is a bachelor's degree in Canada. Actually, it's not a difficult process. Just it's a bit. It requires some cost. You need to send documents to WES, and obviously, it's a bit time consuming, but it's worth it because it may help you to get to more colleges. Not all colleges and universities require this, but and most of them require this after your acceptance. But still, you need to know that there may be such things. So that's why if you have.
Sir, as you know that we have no supporter in here, so that we cannot read here. We cannot study here because of financial problem. So we have problem. That's why we wanna get scholarship. What do you think? There is opportunity for that?
Well, if you are from a low-income family, of course, you can provide some documents to the university and show that you want to study, and preferably with some scholarships or some jobs offered. But while applying for a visa, you need to show your like your ties with the country, so that you want to get back to your country and so on. So the procedures are a bit different.
Like, an
Yeah.
example, please.
Like, as I said, providing bank statements or providing an employment letter that you are employed and you will be employed remotely while you study in Canada, or you will get a job after you graduate from a Canadian institution and you will get something like that, or property documentation on your name. So like this. Also, if you have some Afghani backgrounds, Canada has offered very easy processes, like fast track processes for Afghani nationals. I know that some people living in Pakistan have some Afghani nationality, or are from Afghanistan. So if you have such background, if you can prove this, the process for you are very easy, and you actually even can apply to fast track PR program. this is available for Afghani people. So if you want to, let's say, discuss this, you can, let's say, contact us for free consultancy on this matter. We will analyze your case more detailedly and tell you what to do. Is it clear?
Okay, thank you, sir. How can I contact with you?
You can contact us using these WhatsApp numbers or this email, studyabroad@academics.com. So make sure to take a screenshot of this, or actually the way you contacted us, I think it's either Instagram or WhatsApp. So I think that you can write to the same number and to get registered for the free consultancy. Okay, if you don't have questions for today, we are done. And feel free to ask your questions, but preferably register for a consultancy. There are 15-minute consultancies, 30-minute consultancies, and so on. So with us, so that you can ask your specific questions and so on. Thank you for your participation and activity. As I mentioned, Hamza, you can contact us via these numbers or via this email. And the YouTube link will be sent to everyone. And there were so many students who confused times. And we will send to them too. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.